Hey guys, it's Courtney Cooper and we're here on Tuesday at noon. It's Training Tip Tuesday. I'm a 5-star event rider and owner of Sea Square Farm and partner in Excel Star Sport Horses, and today we're talking about what to do after you finish once you cross the finish line. There we go. Anyway, this is Excel Star Time to Shine. David to his friends. He ran this weekend at Maryland, and this is Anna, who has been working for us this summer. So when David finished, he got a cold water bath until his respiration came down, and then he'd like one actually right now too, because it's very, very hot here. And then he got curried, and then he got rinsed, and then whenever our horses go cross-country schooling or they go cross-country, we also shampoo their legs with Bannex medicated shampoo so that it doesn't get scurfy. You'll notice, actually, unfortunately, he has some lumps and bumps on him now from running this weekend. We clipped our horses to help them dissipate the heat, and he unfortunately just came up with a little bit of hives, and so he's been getting medicated baths as well. So anyway, so let's talk about that. I'd love to hear your guys' questions. Please feel free to write them down. Neil is actually doing the videotaping today.
Hello.
So he will let me know when we have questions. So you cross the finish line, you're really happy with your horses, you give them a pet. The first thing, especially in the Mid-Atlantic, is we need to get their core temperatures down. The horses will overheat very easily with the heat and humidity we have in this part of the world. And so cold water and lots of it. And you can just keep putting cold water on, or you can put cold water on and scrape it. They have found actually just continuous cold water actually does work better. But the big key is as cold as you can get it, and it doesn't tie up the horses. So that was always a concern, and they have proven that that is not the case. So you do that, you shampoo their legs, and then he'll have a little bit of a graze. And then the preliminary horses and above, they get iced. Mine don't usually stand in ice boots very well, and so they get 9-pocket ice boots or a commercial ice boot. We leave that on for 20 minutes, let their legs air dry for probably another half hour, and then we bandage them. And we'll leave those bandages on until the morning of the next day. So here we are the morning of the next day, and so what we always do is we jog up the horses the next day. And so what we would do is Anna would bring out each of the horses, and we can just walk them up there. And then, you know, I just look over them and I'd notice his bumps and say, oh, we need to get him on a medicated bath. And then I pick up the leg and we'll palpate. We'll palpate the suspensory, the check, and then the tendon on the back, the superficial, and just make sure everything looks tight. Same thing with the back leg. And if you've been palpating your horse's legs as you groom them, usually you'll know what they feel like. Okay? So all of his legs palpate pretty well and pretty evenly. We have a visitor. Oh, that's Renee. Perfect, Renee. So his legs all look good. So what I'd like to see now is a nice jog for him up the driveway. And I will sometimes help because he's not always entice to go. I don't have the best jogging area. As you can see, he looks pretty level. And it's real good at turning the horse away from her so I can see the horse turn rather than seeing her legs. Keep going all the way past us to the tire that I blew out over the weekend that hasn't been fixed yet. Anyway, so he looks really good, and so I'd be happy enough with that, and so he can go back inside. Thank you very much, Anna. We're going to keep going. Can I give you this way? Thank you. Okay, so the next thing is with him is he would have an easy day on Monday. He galloped on at the competition on Saturday, and so on Monday, yesterday he walked, and then today he did a flat school and he did another walk afterwards. So that's sort of his day. Do we have any questions?
No.
Okay. When you're at a show and it's hot and humid like this, I have seen a lot of people with generators and fans. It's a great idea. We just haven't really ever done it for any length of time, but I would love to do it. But we have not had the opportunity to do that. So if someone wants to send me a generator, I'm happy to do that. Anyway, so let's go to the trailer. So you get to the competition, you're there all day. The last thing you want to do is clean your tack. But it's actually one of the first things that we do at the end of the day. And the reason being is it makes it a lot easier to get home, make sure that all of your tack came through the competition well. If you need to add anything, like, you know, one of your boots broke or you ripped out a stud from your rein, or one of your stirrup leathers sort of ripped, you know it. So what we try to do is we clean the tack before we leave. That way it gives the horses a little time to relax, have a drink of water, and then go from there. And so you guys have seen the back of my trailer before, and here it is again. But we have several laundry bags that we use, one for saddle pads, and then one for tail wraps. And then, because we usually run 4 to 6 in a weekend, what we've done is we have bins, and like this bin is all cross-country boots and bell boots. And so you can see it's pretty chock full right now, because what we do is when we go to a competition, these are our Magic Keep boots that we love. Let's say the horse ran in these. What we would do is you put the boots together as a pair, like this, so they're matched, and then we put them in the washing machine just like that. So they get really clean, they get all the grime and the bacteria off of them, and it makes it easy. And then we hang them up to dry, and then we put them back together so that they're all set to go for the next time. We do that. We also have, because we have people who board with us and send their horses to training, we have also the Smart Pack boxes make a really good container for one set of bandages. So we have a set of bandages all set to go. So in case something happens for the lower level horses and they need a bandage for some reason, or the upper level horses, they always get bandaged, then we do that. Other things we do, we have a trunk full, which is this trunk full of show jumps, show jumping and cross country and dressage pads. And then we do things like put a knit bag together and put our sponges in here to keep them from rotting, which has been real helpful. That was a Neil suggestion because he hated wet sponges. So that's how we set up the back of the trailer. And then you can see, obviously, the leather girths. We have lots of stud girths for different sizes and shapes horses. That's another reason I like to do tack while we're still at the show, because then the stud girths get left in the trailer rather than having the stud girths get back into the tack room and potentially get forgotten and having a horse put a stud through their skin on their belly. The other thing that we do when we get back from shows is we clean out the trailer real well. So the trailer gets swept and swept out, and then the water jugs that we use to carry water, we refill them, and That way when we're ready to go again for the next time, the water jugs are there. And if, like we had the power go out yesterday, we have some water jugs and some water in storage that we can use to bathe the horse or to give the horses water. So that's what we do in terms of getting things ready. We do a lot of laundry Sunday nights and Mondays after the horse shows, and trying to put things together. We try to keep the horses healthy and happy by taking care of their legs. The other thing that we will do that I didn't mention is in the summer the ground goes quite hard here, and so we'll pack all of their feet the day after they gallop, or the day that they gallop, the evening that they gallop, so that they get a little bit of soreness out of their feet. And should they have trotted up and been stingy or sore, we would probably continue that for a couple more days. So that's about it for today, and that's how we take care of things. Do we have any questions, Neil?
No, we have some comment from someone about a video of a horse, but
Oh, I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
So anyway, we hope you guys had a good day and enjoyed this Training Tip Tuesday. It was real quick, but I hope you got some thoughts into it about it. And stay healthy and well. We'll see you next Tuesday. Have a good day.